Hey guys, we got another at-home workout for you today. Today we're doing front squats, and we're gonna do an ascending ladder, starting with 2 reps and adding 2 reps every time. So 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. until you can't do unbroken reps anymore. So if you're on the set of 20s and you only get 18, then you're done. This is not for time, so you can take as much rest in between sets as you need to. And we're gonna get you warmed up with a little bit of hip movement. So we're gonna start out by grabbing our feet, and we're gonna bring our butt down, and we're gonna reach up high and over to the other side for a 3 count, and switch, driving your knee out, keeping your feet flat on the ground, and up, and 2 more. One last one, and coming up. We're gonna shuffle side to side. So we're gonna give about 4 steps to the right, 4 steps to the left, and touch the ground. Keep your butt low, and come on up. We're gonna go into a lunge. Stepping forward, bring your knee to the ground. Remember to keep your front knee vertical, or your front shin vertical. And we want to bring our hips to the ground, not pushing forward. We're going to get 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna go into our Cossack squats. So now we're going legs wide, dropping down to the right, and all the way up. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and use your hands when you're down there. Get deep, let your knee come forward. One more on each side, and over to the other side, and up. We're gonna go back into that warrior pose. Grabbing our feet, drop your butt down, and sit up tall, reaching. Really open up your chest. Try and look over your shoulder. One more on each side. Stay down there. We're going to shake the hips out a little bit. You can rock between your heels and your toes. Little knee circle. And we're coming back up. Whew. We're going to get our shuffles again. We're going to get 3 each way. Keep your butt low and touch the ground. And coming back up. We're going to go into our Cossack squats. If you want, you can use a weight, just held in a goblet. So I'm going to use 1. Dropping down. Three more on each side. And relax. We're going to shake it out. We're going to get a little stretch in our shoulders. So holding that front rack sometimes gets a little bit difficult. So we want to drive our elbows up, and I want to drive it behind my head, and I'm going to turn my hand out. So this is like as if I was holding a barbell. I want my hand outside of my upper arm, okay? So elbow up, turning that hand out, and keep our ribs tucked down. So we don't want to stick out man belly. Squeeze your butt and let the shoulder do the moving instead of our back. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And over to the other side and holding. Tuck the ribs in. I started noticing myself starting to rise up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the other side, overhead. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down onto the ground, legs wide, hands out in front of us. And we're going to drop our hips back. We can drop our head down, relax and breathe. Coming forward. And we're going to drop it back. And coming forward. Now this last time, as we sit back, we're going to press our knees into the ground like we're trying to squeeze them together, and then drop back. Relax. And come forward to come out. I'm going to come up with one leg in front, like we're in a lunge or we're kneeling, and we're going to press our knee forward. Keep your chest tall, squeeze your hips. You should feel your hips rock underneath. Let your knee go out in front of you as far as you can. We're working on ankle range of motion here, so let the knee go forward while keeping the heel on the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the other side. Just letting our knee go forward. It should go right in line with our toes. Remember, squeeze your hips. Keeping the heel on the ground. Letting the knee go forward. This is really going to help in our front squat to keep our chest up so that my hips can come closer to my ankles. So that we're not as bent over when we have a front squat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out of it. And one last stretch. So we're going to grab our dumbbells. Now we're going to go into a squat, but we're going to let the dumbbells sit on our knees. So it's going to help us balance a little bit. It's going to let our knees come forward. I'm going to bring my hips as close to my ankles as possible and sit up tall. You might feel a little bit of tension in your upper to mid back, and that's okay. I want you to sit really tall to keep that back straight. We don't want to be down like this. Sitting up tall. You can rock forward towards your toes, getting a little bit more ankle range of motion. Try and keep your heels on the ground even though the pressure is moving towards your toes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. And come on out of it. Whew. That gets tough sometimes. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go into our front squat. So for our front squat, we're going to have 2 dumbbells sitting on our shoulders, elbows high. I'm going to sit down, and oh, look how upright I can sit now. I'm going to bring my hips down to my ankles and keep my knees in line with my toes. So to warm up for our front squat, we're going to just do an invisible front squat. I want to turn my hands just slightly out, so elbows come in instead of being out here. So I'm turning these in. It's going to let my lats turn on, and I want to be pointing my elbows straight out. So I have my thumbs on my shoulders, elbows straight out. We're going to get 8 slow reps. So hands on our shoulders, elbows high, and 1, 2, 3. If you feel your elbows start to drift down, drive them back up. We can always fight for just a little bit more range of motion. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to go with one dumbbell now. So we're going to do 6 reps, nice and slow. And we're going to hold it across our body. We're going to get 2-second pauses on these. So 6 reps, pause for 2 seconds in the bottom, and come up hard. Elbows high. 1, 2. 2, 2. 3, 2. 4, 2. 5, 2. Still keeping those elbows up. And one more, I think because I lost count. And that's 6. All right. Our last one we're going to do with 2 dumbbells. So this should be your workout weight. So if you're planning on using 2 dumbbells, then we're going to grab it now. This can also be a little tester if you think it's going to be too heavy or too light. All right. Remember that in the workout, you're going to be working up 2, then 4, then 6. So you're almost going to be working out or warming up as you're working out. All right, so here we go. Last set, both dumbbells up, elbows are high, and 4 reps. Three, and 4. All right, people. So here you go. Our workout. We're going to take whatever weight you feel comfortable with. We're going to do 2 front squats, then put it down. Shake out your arms. Then you're going to do 4, then 6, 8, continuously until you can't do the set unbroken. Remember that unbroken just means that you kept them up here. You can rest standing if you want, but if you bring the dumbbells down, then you're done. All right, 2, 4, 6 until you can't do them unbroken. Have fun with that, guys. Now you're on your own. 3, 2, 1, go.